Hey guys, happy Friday and our final open workout for the 2022 season. No big surprises here. We got some gymnastics, pulling, pull-ups, bar muscle-ups, chest-to-bar pull-ups. We got double unders and we got thrusters. So every part of your body is going to get worked here. So remember, if you go to Friday Night Lights, you're going to have to warm up on your own. So today's video, we're going to start with how to warm up for this. Remember, everything's getting worked here. So I would recommend hop on any of the cardio machines, so bike, row, runner, ski machine, and go for about 2 minutes. Get your blood flowing, get your body temperature elevated. From there, grab a foam roller and then just spend some time. We're gonna be doing some double unders. Not fun, but hit your quads a little bit. Again, just kind of look for those tight spots, mash up your muscles, get them feeling nice and loose. Spend some time. We got a bunch of swinging and overhead. Definitely do the old keg drill, right? Opening up your upper back, hang out here for 1 to 2 minutes, right? Just get that upper back open, really reaching, okay? And then from there, we'll start activating our muscles. So for the shoulders, if you've ever been in class with me, I love the TheraBand classic warm-up. 2 main moves that I always do is gonna be external rotation, setting the shoulder back. This is to get the rotator cuff warmed up, okay? So do a couple sets of 15, and then the other drill is gonna be arm circles, right? Do arm circles forward and backwards for a few sets. Get all the muscles in the back nice and fired up, all right? For the squat, the old world's greatest stretch, we do this all the time, probably the coach's favorite stretch. Again, from here, if you keep the back knee off the ground, you get that nice hip flexor stretch. You're mobilizing the hip, okay? You can push the knee out, drop the torso, rotate. Again, spend some time here. Maybe do 10 or so reps on each side, opening up the hips, getting that back feeling nice and loose, and then hit some bootstrappers, okay? Mobilize the calves, the ankles, and the hamstrings. Stretch. And again, take your time, make everything feel nice and open. And we want to do something to get the glutes firing. So a couple options, classic. I like the side plank leg raise, right? Gets the core engaged. Do a few reps, maybe 10 to 15 on each side. And also the old glute bridge or single leg for a few rounds. Okay, once you get everything activated and open, then start doing a few reps of each movement. All right, so for the barbell and the thruster, you're gonna wanna warm up that front squat position. Okay, so see how the rack is feeling, kind of open up that position, do a few front squats. Okay, warm that up. Do a few presses. I always like to pause, open up my shoulders, feel like good, balanced, stable position. Okay, doing a few reps. And then bring it together into some thrusters. Really feeling that good position. We'll talk more about the thruster when we talk about the workout. And then warm up your double under. So just go through each movement, see how everything's feeling, and then we'll get into some of the strategy and movement standards and the workout details. So let's talk about that. All right, so now that we're warmed up, let's talk about the details of this workout. Like I said, no big surprises here. We knew there was going to be squats. We knew there was likely going to be some double unders, and we knew there's probably going to be some gymnastics. So each one of these movements presents its own challenge. Of course, there's going to be scaling options, but let's talk about the way this workout's set up. It's going to start off with 21 pull-ups. If you do the workout as prescribed, 21 pull-ups, okay? Regular chin over the bar pull-ups. From there, we're going to do twice as many double unders. So it's 42 double unders. And then finish off with 21 thrusters with 95 for men, 65 for women. That's standard weight, okay? From there, we go back to the pull-up bar, and the reps go down, but the difficulty goes up. So now we're gonna do 18 chest-to-bar pull-ups, and then it's double the number of double unders at 36, and then finishes off with 18 slightly heavier. You add some weight, 115 pound for guys, 75 pound for women, thrusters. All right, and then the final round is going to be the least reps, but the hardest variation. So 15 bar muscle ups, 30 double unders, and then a heavier 135, 95 thruster. Okay, we have a 12-minute time cap to get through it. Each one of these, again, presents its own challenge. So maybe you're strong with the barbell, but not great at the pull-ups. Maybe you're just learning double unders. So always a bunch of ways to approach this, but for the open, remember, you have to pick one option, either scaled or prescribed, and stick with it the entire time. So I'm gonna talk about the thruster and the double under first, and then we'll talk about all the gymnastic variations second. So I'll go with the easiest one first, which is the thruster. Very straightforward. You're gonna start with the lightest weight and build up, but the movement's the same for all three. So the first rep off the ground, if you're comfortable, you are allowed to squat clean the bar. So the grip is that normal grip outside shoulder width, okay? I like to squat clean my first rep. So chest is up, catch it in that rack, and you're gonna go overhead. Okay, so this is gonna take a little strategy. I did the workout already. I knew this would be the hardest part of the workout for me, so I broke this up. In my first round, I did 8, 7, and 6. That's how I broke up my thrusters for the first round. Even if I could have done bigger sets, I didn't want to spike my heart rate because I was anticipating the heavier barbell in the second round. So big thing with the thruster is get a good rack position. You want the bar to be resting on your shoulders. So throughout the squat, the bar is resting on the shoulders, and then you drive it off the shoulders and finish with the arms at the top, okay? And then you're trying to bring it back to the shoulders, drive, get as much out of the legs as you can to help the arms at the top, okay? Be strategic with how you break this up. Each round is gonna get heavier. So when I got to the second round, I think I did 5 for my first set, then 4, and then went down to 3s after that. And even though that took me a while, again, this was the hard part of the workout for me. But you're always thinking on making sure you use your legs and really don't miss any reps, and thinking about, depending how far into the workout you're planning on getting and your strengths on the other stuff, you're strategizing the reps here to optimize your total score. So that's it for the thruster, pretty straightforward. The double under, okay? So for those that are good at double unders, this is kind of the easiest part of the workout, right? Not a ton of reps. It'll wind you a little bit, but nothing crazy here. For those that do not have double unders, I'm gonna give you my super quick tutorial. So maybe if you decide, even if you're not good at these, maybe you try to go for it and just see what you can do, have a breakthrough, and see if you can get through the double unders. Here's the basic teaching strategy. So when I teach someone, it starts with slow singles, okay? So not super fast, okay? You need to be able to do singles if you want to try doubles. What you'll do is do 3 singles and then 1 big jump. I'll show you what it looks like. So 1, 2, 3, jump. 1, 2, 3, jump, okay? In that big jump is where you're gonna try to do a double. So again, this is a progression for people just learning, hoping to have a breakthrough to maybe get your first couple doubles and chip away at it. So do 1, 2, 3, double. 1, 2, 3, double, okay? So a lot of people, when they do that, they've never done the double. A way to try to feel it is not to do any singles. So just try to get the rope going. So watch, just from a standing position, it's, okay? Even if you have to tuck your feet, drop your chest, just try to get the rope under. Try to see what that feels like to do just 1 rep. When I first started doing doubles, I did 1 at a time. It takes a long time, but if you're going that route and you want to try it, you might just do fast singles like that. Just, again, to see how you can do. This is a test type of workout, okay? And when you start to feel it, then you start to put some singles in between, and again, have a little breakthrough. You get tired, you're not thinking as much, but that's how you can approach it. The scaled is just singles. So if you're going scaled, ideally you're just working through those singles, no big deal. So again, you can play with this progression a little bit before the workout. Maybe it starts to feel good, do your best, have fun with it, all right? Then we have the gymnastics. So for a lot of people, this is gonna be a challenge. Again, a lot of ways you can approach this depending on your abilities, your strengths, and if you're gonna go RX or scaled. But the idea here is the first round is going to be the easiest version, second round gets a little harder, third round is going to be the hardest. The basic or the RX is going to be the basic pull-up, chin over. So if you have butterfly, these will be pretty quick. Even though I could have done a set of 21 unbroken, I broke these up. It's the first thing that you're going to start with, 21 reps. I didn't want to spike my heart rate because I was thinking about the barbell. So I broke these up early on. I did 11 and 10, all right? Kind of took my time there. Break it up however you feel comfortable to keep yourself breathing okay for the upcoming stuff. The scale is going to be a jumping pull-up. So the jumping pull-up, you want to set up a bar so you have 6 inches above your head, and it's a rep where you start by extending your arms and then jump the chin over, okay? So that's round 1. If you're doing regular pull-ups, I always tell people, find a bar. You don't want to have, this is high. I could jump to that, but my legs are already going to be tired from doing double unders and thrusters. So I don't want to have to jump that high. Take time to find a bar. Like this is a great bar for me, right? Where it's just kind of tippy toe reach. So I don't have to jump to it, but it's still high enough that I can do a butterfly or a regular kipping pull-up. Remember, no bands are going to be allowed for this. So if you're just learning pull-ups, you might be doing only a couple reps at a time. So if you're just learning, you're working hard and doing 1 rep at a time. For me, butterfly was good, but I was tired after the thrusters. By the time I got to chest to bar, I was doing singles. I did fast singles. So whether that's regular pull-ups or chest to bar, this would even be a little high for me. I'm going to find a bar, if you come over here, that I can reach really easily. So when I went to singles on chest to bar, my bar was this high, okay? And so I didn't have to jump at all, and I would do a big pull, catch my breath, okay? And I just chipped away at singles. Maybe I could have done 2 or 3 at a time, but again, in my mind, I was waiting on that heavy second round of barbell. That was what my head was really going to focus on. So again, think about your strategy. If you're doing singles, find a bar that you don't have to spend that extra energy. Be smart, be efficient, all right? If you are doing scaled, the second round is regular pull-ups without jumping, okay? So again, some people are going to get stuck in these areas. Do your best, work for 12 minutes, all right? The last one is the bar muscle up, okay? Again, I did singles on these, obviously. This is where I finished the workout. I knew I would likely not make it to the third weight on the thrusters. So this is money in the bank every single rep you can get. Same thing, this bar would be a little high for me. So I chose a bar that I could get a little tiny jump, okay, and do the rep. So you chalk up and do a rep here, okay? If you watch, the main thing here is to be patient. Try to get your hips involved. You're using a little bit of a swing. Okay, up and over, drop down, shake it out. You're going to be tired and chip away. I tell people with the more advanced stuff, don't miss any reps. This also goes for the thruster. Make sure if you're really tired, don't get stuck in a half lockout and you waste that energy. It's demoralizing. Be smart. Don't miss any reps. Okay. Other thing I haven't mentioned at all, don't tear the hands. All right. You are allowed to wear grips. You're allowed to use tape. But you're not allowed to use both tape and grips, just so you know. So be safe on the hands. Don't miss any reps. If you've never gotten a bar muscle up, today could be the day. So warm up, practice, and have fun, guys. 12 minutes of work. Last one, we got our party on Saturday, so we'll see you there.